There is a quiet pain that almost everyone carries, but almost no one talks about. It doesn't scream. It doesn't show scars. It doesn't break bones, but it sits behind your smile, behind your choices, behind the way you treat yourself. It's the pain of not feeling enough, not talented enough, not attractive enough, not lovable enough, not successful enough, not worthy enough of being chosen, seen, or valued. And the heaviest part of this pain is that it feels so personal, as if it's your fault, as if you should be better, or should try harder. But today, we are going to dismantle this belief gently, piece by piece. We are going to explore the roots of feeling unworthy and slowly rebuild the truth that has always been yours. You were never meant to earn your worth. You've always had it. Welcome to Quiet Soul. Where the not enough story begins, feelings of inadequacy have origins. They do not appear from nowhere. They are shaped quietly, early and slowly. Sometimes the story begins in childhood, a home where affection was rare or where achievement was praised more than effort. You might have grown up hearing things like, "Why can't you be more like them? You should know better. Do better next time." And your young mind translated those words into, "I am not enough." Other times, the story begins with comparison, a sibling who was the smart one, the beautiful one, the responsible one, the successful one. You didn't ask to be compared, but your mind absorbed the message anyway. Sometimes the story begins in school, a teacher who dismissed your efforts, or classmates who made you feel invisible, or moments when you felt different and didn't know how to fit in. And sometimes, the world simply didn't handle your heart with care. Maybe someone you loved deeply did not love you the same way. Maybe someone left without explanation. Maybe someone made you feel replaceable. And your brain interpreted that pain as truth. But hear this clearly. Your worth was never in question. Only your perception was. How low self-worth appears in adult life. Low self-worth rarely speaks directly. It shows up in behaviors, patterns, choices. It shows up when you apologize for things that aren't your fault. When you say yes even though your chest tightens with discomfort. When you stay silent even when your heart wants to speak. It shows up in relationships. When you stay with someone who drains you because you're scared you won't find better. Or when you push away people who care because you think they'll eventually leave. It shows up in your work, when you underestimate your talents, avoid opportunities, or wait for approval before making decisions. It shows up in your inner world, when you overthink simple messages, assume the worst about yourself, or replay every mistake until it becomes a wound. Low self-worth becomes a filter that colors everything you see. It turns normal moments into self-criticism, silence into rejection, imperfections into personal failure. And the worst part is you start treating yourself as if the world's mistakes were your truth. The psychology behind low self-worth. Psychologists call it core belief formation. Your brain forms foundational beliefs early in life based on how you were treated and what you experienced. If you grew up feeling unseen, you learned, "My presence doesn't matter." If your feelings were invalidated, you learned, "My emotions are wrong." If you were blamed, you learned, "Everything is my fault." If love was inconsistent, you learned, "I must earn love." And your brain, in an attempt to protect you, begins filtering reality through these beliefs. You overlook your strengths because your brain doesn't recognize them as evidence. You magnify flaws because your brain thinks accuracy means safety. You chase perfection because your brain thinks approval is survival. And this cycle continues until you finally pause and question the oldest, loudest belief you carry. Hidden roots of feeling not enough. There are subtle reasons people feel inadequate. 1. Emotional abandonment. Not necessarily physical abandonment, but emotional unavailability. You were there, you needed comfort, but no one knew how to give it. 2. Chronic comparison. When you grow up evaluated, measured, compared, you start measuring yourself constantly. 3. Lack of validation. If no one mirrored your emotions, you learned your feelings were too much or wrong. 4. Excessive responsibility early in life. Some people grew up raising themselves or raising others. They carried roles instead of childhood. 5. Rejection or betrayal. Your heart remembers the sting of being chosen last, or being left suddenly, or being replaced. None of these experiences were your fault, but your mind interpreted them personally as if they meant something about your worth. They didn't. Healing the wound of not enough. Healing self-worth isn't a single moment. It's a slow return to yourself. 1. Challenge the negative inner voice. Every time your mind whispers, "You're not enough," respond with, "Whose belief is this?" Often it was never yours. 2. Practice small acts of self-respect. Not big leaps, tiny steps, saying no without guilt, speaking kindly to yourself, resting when you're tired, keeping one small promise daily. Every act says, "I am worth the effort." 3. Rebuild identity, not confidence. Confidence is external skills, achievements, image. Identity is internal values, character, choices. When you build identity, self-worth becomes unshakable. 4. Heal through boundaries. Your worth grows stronger when you stop allowing energy that drains you. Every boundary is a seed of self-worth. 5. Let go of perfection. Perfection is a cage. Progress is freedom. 6. Accept that worth is inherent. Nothing you do adds to your worth. Nothing you fail at takes it away. Worth simply is. You simply are. What it feels like to believe you're enough. Healing doesn't make you perfect. It makes you peaceful. You start making decisions without fear. You allow yourself to be seen. You stop chasing people who walk away. You stop apologizing for existing. You start speaking up. You start choosing yourself. You start breathing differently, deeper, softer, lighter, and slowly you stop searching for proof that you're worthy. You simply know. This is freedom. If you've ever felt not enough, this is your reminder. You were not broken. You were not failing. You were not weak. You were carrying beliefs that were never yours to carry. And now you're finally putting them down. Your worth doesn't rise or fall. It simply is. And you, exactly as you are, even with the fears, even with the doubts, are enough. Welcome to Quiet Soul, where your healing is not rushed, your feelings are not judged, and your worth is not questioned.